It's official. The NFL season has indeed ended. The Super Bowl has come and gone. We have new reigning champions. The black magic of Taylor Swift has eviscerated until next year. Travis Kelce is still a whiny little bitch. We got so much to talk about. Welcome to 3 Count Out Podcast. I am your illustrious host, because the other one's not here. I am indeed FGK.
Yeah, you know, it was a fun night to watch. I'm just so happy that we didn't get 47 calls of roughing the passer.
Hi, I'm going to be in your nightmares tonight, just like that fleshy cowboy hat commercial. My name's Jackal.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was all of these commercials?
I missed that, apparently.
Yeah, it was fucked up. There's a lot of fucked up ones.
It's weird. It was real awkward. Like, I think it was a Tubi commercial, and it was basically them saying, there's a show out there for everyone. And of course, that meant you had weird flesh hats that fit the genre of content that you like to consume. Because of course that means that.
Oh, that tracks.
That one, the fucking, the tongue one, it fucking gave me nightmares.
The seal commercial.
The seal commercial was fucking awful.
Spoiled for me.
That one was awful.
That one did get spoiled. You haven't said afterwards, I'm never drinking Mountain Dew ever again.
Nope.
No, so,
fuck that. That was
I
so
definitely don't have a
dumb.
Baja Blast in my room right now.
You traitor.
It's giving Seal money.
You're letting him get away with stupid marketing. It's making them think they can get away with that shit. Man, that fucking...
He's gonna come.
So,
as long as it gives you night terrors, I'm in.
Yeah, it did. So I was actually talking to some friends last night, and we were like, man, this is actually one of the best officiated games, I think, this season. And oddly enough, the Chiefs got their ass blown out. Weird how that works. A game called Fair and Even, and you guys lose.
And actually, I think they had the bulk of the penalties, too.
Yeah, like, I don't know if Taylor Swift's black magic just wasn't, it was snuffed out by the New Orleans voodoo, or if Mahomes just couldn't get 3 of the referees to, come. So they were like, well, we're not calling this fair.
She ran out of blood sacrifices to appease the NFL gods, and Roger Goodell looked down and said, "No more."
Maybe she didn't want Travis Kelce to propose.
Yeah, that's probably why.
The money is in whether or not he's going to. It's like a will he, won't he type of scenario. Look at you, Mike. Booking Taylor Swift's life, then she could book it herself.
Like over here, big brain.
I mean, from an actual gameplay perspective, though, if we're being honest with ourselves, whether the referees tried to do anything or not, it wouldn't have made a difference, because the Philadelphia Eagles D-line was having their absolute way with the Kansas City offensive line, no matter whether penalties were being called or not. Because normally people doing a podcast like this one, they save these fun little facts later throughout the episode, but I'll open up with it. Philadelphia did not blitz a single time last night.
That's crazy.
46 dropbacks, which is insane.
That is insanity. Just goes to show you how important your defensive line and B, your offensive line is, because if you don't have good enough people to protect against a 4-man rush like that, then you're going to be shit out of luck like the Chiefs were last night.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
I would also like to add, I mean, besides it being it was the last game of the 2024-2025 season, what a boring-ass game. What a just awful, boring, blowout game that wasn't even close.
Yeah, no.
I don't know, man. You didn't like it? I loved watching Mahomes just get lit up.
Like, don't get me wrong. There's a little part of me that was like, yeah. But also, this was already the worst Super Bowl probably in franchise history. It's pretty bad. Like, I didn't give a shit about this game. But I would have at least wanted like a 28-27 close game, like, 90-second drive for the win. Like, something to keep you on the edge of your seat. This is just like, oh, and they scored again. And they scored again. And they scored again. And they scored again. Like, this is the least amount of Super Bowl I think I've ever watched. Just because of how repetitive and boring and bleh it already was.
And it was already going to be pretty low as is.
Exactly, and this did not help.
Detroit, so. And it was, trust me, from a hate-watching perspective, extremely able to watch. In fact, my nipples are getting a little bit hard thinking about it while we speak. But, however, from a actual gameplay perspective, not much game was there to watch until about maybe the last, what was it, 5 minutes of the game? I saw a couple TikToks before going to bed where Mahomes actually remembered how to throw the ball.
Yeah, he was making garbage time touchdowns. This game was a really great game to watch. Number one, obviously, if you were an Eagles fan, but number two, if you just liked watching a defense dismantle an offense, because that Philadelphia defense was just like, go ahead, throw the ball.
I dare you.
Fucking dare you. Because they had, like 27 rushing yards total, and then through the first 3 quarters, like 43 passing yards, which is insane.
It's hilarious that Philadelphia's whole game plan throughout the season was, we're just going to give it to Saquon over and over and over again. And as soon as you get to a game where it matters, they gave it to Saquon all right, but then they went, oh yeah, we can do other stuff. That A.J. Brown is still here, adoy.
At some point, Saquon had, I think, 7 attempts for 15 yards or something stupid like that. Yeah, like, they definitely caught on to, that.
Again, that's because it looked like the Chiefs were like, all right, we are just going to load the box. We know how to stop Saquon. That's what we're going to fucking do. And then the game started, and they were like, hey, how do we stop everything else? And they were like, what?
Everything else? What do you mean?
What's everything else? What do you mean?
Everything else? They're just going to throw it to Saquon, right? Like, that's what they're going to... What? They do more than that? Oh, no.
They do have one of the best wide receiver cores? Oh, biscuits.
Beans.
We might be in trouble, boys.
Yeah.
It was an offensive masterclass, a defensive masterclass, and one piece on the defense that really kind of popped me pretty hard was Mr. Jackie Robinson himself, Mr. Cooper DeJean, on his birthday of all days, getting his first career NFL touchdown, a pick 6 on Patrick Mahomes in his first Super Bowl while they're trying to stop the three-peat. And in my opinion, after that after the pick 6 happened, that game was over.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as he ran that back for a touchdown, the game was done, though. That sucked the life out of anything Kansas City had, by far.
I just like that, Mahomes and them have been dealing with the devil the whole time, and all of a sudden Cooper DeJean comes along and goes, I was just so excited about it. Comes along and goes, I just want to have an interception on my birthday in the Super Bowl. That'd be neat. And God was just like, fuck, sure.
Yeah, sure, there you go.
And a big dog, take it, my friends. It's all you. There was a lot going on. The game kind of non-existent. For those of you with any bets, if you haven't checked up on it, yellow Gatorade they dumped on Coach Nick Sirianni, who turns out to not be a big dumb dipshit in real life.
Well,
who knew?
Well,
I think he's going to be safe for about, say, maybe 2 to 3 more years now until he can comfortably get back on the hot seat again. But
yeah, probably.
This does bring the NFL season to a close this year, and I went back and I watched one of the early podcasts. And Editor Era, I'll give you a second here. I will give you credit where credit is due. You did say that at the end, I don't know if it was about at the end of next year's season, the end of last year's season, or looking at like a preview of this upcoming season, you said, hey, we got Jalen, we have the offensive coordinator that took us to the Super Bowl in 2017 back, everything's going to click, we're going to roll, and we're going to absolutely kick some ass, and I will give you credit where credit is due. The Eagles did exactly what you said they were going to do. And in my defense, our defense even, the Lions were doing the same exact thing, except we had kindergartners on the defensive lineup, except instead of actual NFL players, But
Isn't what the hell's his name? Vic Fagioni or whatever? Isn't he retiring?
Well, I'm not sure if you could say that.
What'd you call me?
You heard me. But their defensive guy, isn't he retiring?
As far as that goes, I don't know. Unfortunately, I saw the Eagles win last night, and I just sort of said, you know what? I don't really want to watch anything more football related right now, so I haven't looked. But I also can look it up.
Oh.
I just thought that was one of the things when they were talking during the game that they were like, hey, this dude, this is going to be his last game anyways. He's been kind of the reason that their defense has been so good. I thought that's what it was anyways. Who knows? Maybe I was just hearing things. Granted, I don't know if it was my TV or their microphones, but I could only hear like half of what was being said, so that was helpful.
I mean, Vic Fangio is on his 38th NFL season right now, so he is
Which
not,
is enough.
Christ.
He's not a spring chicken. He
God
also
damn.
says, oh, well,
Uh-oh.
he says he cannot retire on an incomplete year. And I don't know about you, gentlemen, but this year seems pretty complete to me as a football fan.
I don't think you could actually get more complete.
Not at all. You know what, Mr. Vic? You had a good year right off into the sunset. Philly don't need you no more. They already got the Super Bowl in. They're good.
They don't need another Super Bowl for, like, I think ever. Like, end their lifetime.
Because, as a beautiful segue, and it reminded me of something that I wanted to bring up on the podcast, because Philly fans, editor era, do as you wish to this part, because I have a lot of things I need to get off my fucking chest real quick. I understand you're the city of brotherly love. I understand you're the Rocky Balboa city. I get it. I do. When does this whole motif of Philadelphia being the underdog city come to an end? When does the dog mask and all of this stuff stop? Because you haven't been underdogs for a long time. You weren't underdogs in this game. You weren't underdogs in any of the playoff games that you played this season. Hell, I couldn't tell you the last time you were favored to lose in any of your games in the regular season. And that's just the Eagle. Penn State has been a perennial contender year after year. The Phillies, I don't watch baseball too much, so I couldn't tell you. The 76ers, I think they're there too. And whatever Philadelphia's hockey team is, I know that they're still playing hockey. But the underdog factor has been lost a long, long time ago. Sure, you were underdogs going up against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, trying to stop him from winning like number 14 or whatever the fuck, I don't care. It was almost 10 years ago now. You have been perennial contenders since that point. I believe in the past 10 years since making that Super Bowl, you've been to the Super Bowl 2 more times after that, and I'm pretty sure you've been in the playoffs more than half of those years since then. When does the underdog narrative come to an end? Because you're not the underdogs. You are the dynasty. Philadelphia is the legacy. You guys are the ones with the targets on your back going into next season. Guess what? The Super Bowl champions open up the season every single year. The only reason we've been doing it so long in Kansas City is because they keep winning. Opening night has been in Kansas City, L.A., Kansas City again, year after year. Guess where opening night is going to be next year? It's in Philadelphia. Guess who one of Philadelphia's home teams they're going to be playing next year is the Detroit Lions. I want to see Philly Detroit done and over with week 1. I want you guys at your best. I want Detroit at their best with a fully healthy fucking defense and Aiden Hutchinson on the field. I want them one-on-one on opening night. Because guess what? The Lions have defeated a giant on opening night before. The Lions have went into one of the hardest places to play in the NFL before, and they knocked them off without a shadow of a doubt. And we dealt with the same asterisk that is going to be put on your Super Bowl win. Chris Jones being hurt, Travis Kelce being a non-factor, There you go. They were still there. Oh boy. Oh boy. We beat the Chiefs at their home. So did you. Guess what? We can beat you too. I want the Chiefs. God, I got Chiefs on the brain. I want the Eagles opening night. Lions, Philadelphia, night 1. So we can remind you once and for all that Philadelphia, you've become the thing that you hate. You're the dynasty now. After these past 10 years, you guys are no better than the fucking Dallas Cowboys.
Damn. Might as well call them a slur.
I think you just did.
I'm fucking sick of it because it's oh yeah, Birds are untouchable. It's gonna be our year this year. It's gonna be our year this year. Yeah, we love Nick Sirianni, even though we all tried to get him publicly executed week fucking 5 of this season. Give me a break, Philadelphia fans. God, I want Detroit, Philadelphia week 1. So we can go out there, punch you in the fucking mouth, and then you can bitch and moan. Unfair calls, this, that, Detroit cheated. Oh my god, it's Philly versus everybody. Grow the fuck up. I'll see you in September.
Yeah. I'm hyped.
I still think Detroit needs to get Aiden a little help on that line. I don't think it should be Myles Garrett. I think it should still be the person that's wanted to play here the whole time, even though they're never going to pull the trigger on that.
Who, the Raiders dude?
Max Crosby.
Yeah.
I just think that, unfortunately, because you can only get so far by dealing with the actual players themselves. It's just, I think personally that the Cleveland front office is going to be a lot easier to work with than Mark
Oh,
Davis.
Absolutely.
Mark
Because
Davis is a man-child.
We're keeping, what's his name, right?
The Raiders have exactly one weapon.
Yeah,
And it's him?
It's Max Crosby. And then
Yeah, it's Max Crosby. That is their whole team, Max Crosby.
God, why can't I think of his name? The
talking
Aiden
about
Hutchinson
Zadarius?
replacement. Yeah, Zadarius Smith. Are we keeping him around?
We should.
All right, good.
I mean, yeah, he's going to be a good backup, but he's not, like, high-quality
the
starter
one.
material.
He's not the one. He's a close two, but he is not the one when it comes to a pass rusher.
Okay.
No, he doesn't have that step anymore.
Because unfortunately, yeah, Mike is correct. The man is, I love him to death, but he is not a spring chicken no more. He is a little old.
Okay.
And I mean, with that being said, we can sort of jump right into taking a look at next season because there are some articles out there already looking at the top 10 way too early for next season. From FoxSports.com, 2025 NFL Power Rankings, way too early edition. We'll do the same thing that we did last year. Ooh, here's a little fun one. Who do you guys think is in dead last for looking ahead to next year? Dead last.
Dead last? Like, who's going to come in last next season?
32 out of 32.
Oof. Giants.
Browns?
Browns
It
is a good one.
it is in fact the Tony Danza-led Giants.
There you go.
Top 3: Giants, Raiders, Jets, Titans in order.
Well, yeah, because the Raiders are already talking about moving on from Aaron, and then that means they're going to have, what's-his-face? Zach, right?
Who's his nuts?
Zach Wilson, isn't he he's a Denver backup, I thought.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah, they're talking about moving on from Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, so...
Oh, yeah, no, Aaron Glenn is going to clean house.
He should.
100%.
Yeah.
He really should. The Jets need all the help they can get at this point. But we won't pay attention to the bottom teams too much. I kind of like the idea of going through and analyzing, like, sort of a little more in-depth, like a team and episode leading up to the season. I think that would be fun.
Okay. We got the time.
We do have the time. But for this one, we'll focus on way too early predictions. Number 10, gentlemen, take a guess for the www.foxsports.com top 10 team looking into next year's season.
Number 10 going in, eh?
Number 10.
The Rams.
Ooh, that's a good guess. That's a good guess. 49ers.
Number 10 is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay, all right.
Kind of says they're going to be down a little bit lower since they are losing their, I believe one of their offensive-minded coaches to become the Jacksonville Jaguars head coach, where he did the most awkward Duval of the entirety of
boy.
forever.
I should have guessed.
The
Jags
kid.
for the 32 spot. That was creepy. Duval.
That was creepy. It made my nuts go back up inside myself.
And at that point, the city of wherever the Jaguars are from all side. Jacksonville side a huge. Oh no.
All of them and Tony Khan. Of course, Tony Khan's family would pick a man that looks like that. That somehow does not surprise me.
No.
Number 9th ranked team going into next season, gentlemen. What do we think?
Number 9.
Number 9, feeling fine.
Give me. Who's actually got potential?
I will give you a hint. This one is an AFC team. AFC.
That's going to mean nothing to Kevin.
That means nothing to Kevin, but Mike.
Broncos? The Bengals?
Close,
Bengals?
Close. Getting further away.
Okay. I don't know who else is in that division. I'm just going to go Broncos. I don't think they feel like a 9 team, but I remember they kind of started to pick up at the beginning of this year. Or, I'm sorry, end of this year.
Mike, would you like to guess?
No, I'll go for it. Because I think we've already said one of the teams.
We did not. We did not.
Oh,
it is actually
wow.
Kevin's favorite coach in the NFL.
The Chargers?
Number 9, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Ah,
looking ahead
really?
to next year.
Okay.
They're putting him at number 9?
I'll read their little excerpt real quick. Clown on the Chargers for their playoff collapse if you want to, but I see a team that's ahead of schedule. It's incredible that this team won 11 games with the talent they had at the offensive skill positions. And now they have a ton of resources to fix that. With the Jim Harbaugh effect, that doesn't go a long way. I did not know the Chargers had a lot of wiggle room when it comes to fixing a lot of their issues, so that does... Honestly, I could back that. And I think their schedule next year is favorable as well, too, so we'll see.
Okay.
Number 8 ranked team going into the next season.
Since we're going to start narrowing it down, will you actually start giving us NFC and AFC?
This one is a NFC team. And if you need another hint, I'll let you know.
I kind of want to say the Rams again, but I don't want to just keep guessing them. I feel like they got to be in the top 10, but they don't feel like a top 5 team. I'm going to go Rams one more time.
I have a feeling they're going to do something stupid and say the Packers.
No way.
Number 8 coming in from Fox Sports is the Washington Commanders.
I would have put them a little higher, like 6 or something, honestly.
They think they're going to maintain their success, kind of be middle of the road. Probably not NFC Championship material next year, but we'll definitely see.
Okay.
They say the easiest thing to read about the Washington Commanders is cautious optimism feels like the right attitude for the Commanders. Number 7. Also an NFC team. To make it a little more challenging, this one was not a playoff team this year.
Not a playoff team, and yet is number 7?
Number 7. Yep.
Whoa.
It is technically a little easy if you think about it. I think Mike can get this one.
That's what I'm trying to think of, actually. Who didn't make it but should have?
You'd think, but I'm having a brain fart on AFC and NFC teams.
Wait, did you say it was AFC or NFC?
NFC.
Didn't make it, but shows huge promise. Jesus Christ.
I promise isn't the right word.
Well, I mean, 7's pretty good.
Well, if I explain it anymore, you'll get it.
Okay. You know what? Give me... Oh, jeez, I don't even know. Fucking Falcons? I don't know.
Mike?
Oh, shit, you said NFC.
NFC.
And didn't make the playoffs. Now I have to think.
Green Bay?
Nope. Fuck. They made the playoffs. Yeah,
they made the playoffs.
so did the Vikings. Those were two of my guesses, and then I realized they were both there and both
Yeah.
got eliminated. Oh fuck! Who
Clock is
didn't make
ticking.
it? I don't know.
I don't know. Unfortunately, is not an NFL team. I'm afraid I can't award you any points here. Number 7 is going back to the Bay Area, the San Francisco 49ers.
Really? Too high. Too high.
Because it's not that they showed promise, it's more that this was a down year for them.
That's still too high.
I've seen their schedule.
Is it
Their
good?
schedule is pretty favorable next
That's
year.
fucked up.
So did
And
they
they're-
not? Real
they're-
quick, did they not put the Bengals in the top 10 at all?
I don't know. I have not scrolled. I have not previewed this.
Oh,
So
There are 6
maybe.
teams left.
Although
I will tell you-
I don't think they're a top 6 team though.
Number 11 is the Houston Texans. So if that helps you narrow that down.
Okay.
So number 6, it is another NFC team,
Okay.
and it is a team that did make the playoffs this year.
See, now this is where I'm easily going Vikings or Green Bay.
I will only accept one answer.
It's just which one do I want to pick? Do I think the Vikings would be higher, but then do I believe they're a top 5 team based in the entire NFL? That I don't know.
The clock is ticking.
Give me... This is 6?
This is 6.
Give me the Vikings.
Mike?
kept on saying both, and I don't want it to be either. I'm going to say the Rams. Did we already say the Rams?
I did
No.
a few
Rams.
times.
Kevin has guessed the Rams. The Rams have not been brought up in the top 10 conversation thus far.
So yeah, that's my
Number
guess.
6 is those damn dirty fudge Packers. The number 16
Yeah.
is going to be the Green Bay Packers looking ahead to next season.
I don't know if I feel like
I
they're a
think-
top 6 team.
Well, all right. If they can get Jordan Love to fix whatever the fuck went wrong with him this year, they definitely have the potential, because that man was throwing dimes, and then all of a sudden he just decided to throw way more interceptions than anything else. And it doesn't seem like they're keen to put in Malik Willis anytime soon
Oh,
for
God, no.
some reason.
Well, that's because they
Um,
paid Jordan Love $100 million goddamn dollars off of one good season. So,
Yeah.
of course, they're going to
Yeah.
try to get their monies out of it.
Turns out, hey, don't do that. Look at the Browns.
Crazy.
Oof.
They have a really young wide receiver core with not much in it, so they have room for improvement there. I don't know if they're going to hang on to Aaron Jones or not. No, he was on Vikings. Who was theirs? Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
If they hang on to Josh Jacobs, they're fine. In running back wise, anyways. But yeah, I mean, they definitely have room for improvement.
I don't know.
I don't know
I don't know
about
if I see
top
them as
6,
yeah.
though.
Top 6 doesn't feel right still.
Well,
Like yeah, they start picking up, playing a little better, but I don't know if they're. I don't see them as like a damn near top 5 team. That seems a bit egregious.
Speaking of which, the top 5, the number 5th ranked team. Gentlemen, take a guess. We are getting into the upper echelon of teams.
So these are the teams that when I hear top 5, these teams are going to the playoffs. These are the teams that have the
You
best
should-
chance.
You should know the top 5. The order, however, is where you're going to be tripped up.
Okay, top 5. Give me AFC or NFC.
This is AFC.
AFC. Top 5. All right, Bills are going to be, I believe, a lot higher. I want to say Bills are going to be maybe even top 3. Oh God. The Cowboys. No, I'm just kidding. Number 5. I really, really, really want to say there's not that many teams I could think of right now, unless I'm just having a giant brain fart.
You're unfortunately having a brain fart. This one is pretty easy.
It is? Okay, I'm going to go
Yep.
Bills then. I feel like they should be higher, though. But I just can't think of another team right now that fits that bill.
Ah, look at you. I just because I don't want to pick the same as you, I think it's also the Bills, so I'm going to say the Ravens.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh,
We got
Ravens
our
was good.
First correct answer. It is number 5, the Baltimore Ravens.
I was definitely having a brain fart. Yeah, Ravens is good.
Well, I just assumed because the Bills have choked for so long that they were just going to put them down a little bit. But apparently not. They don't care.
The little excerpt from Fox Sports says that it is going to be interesting to see what the Ravens prioritize this spring. It looks like their offensive line is going to get shuffled again, and they could use another receiver again. The combination of Lamar and Derrick Henry with their defense should be making them contenders for years to come.
Well, except for the fact that Derrick Henry's already getting older.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
but
yeah.
hey.
Who's keeping track? Not us, right?
Yeah, I mean, he is still one of the best running backs in the league by far. Because that man spends however much money on his body a year, like $500,000.
No, yeah, like $250,000 a year just on like supplements, workouts, food, everything.
Well, when you have that type of money to spend on it, I have no fucking sympathy for you.
Yeah.
So God bless.
Yep.
God bless. The number 4 ranked team. These are getting to be pretty easy now.
Okay, I guess it's just gonna come down to which ones.
Top 3, you ain't getting no hints for. This is the last hint. This is a AFC team.
AFC. Okay, now see. Now I gotta go Bills. Now there is no other team in the AFC that deserves that spot.
Yeah, makes sense.
There we go. More correct answers from my boys. Number 4, the Buffalo Bills. The heartbreak of the AFC Championship game shouldn't distract them from the fact that the Bills were still technically ahead of schedule. Not many expected them to get this far in 2024, and most of their starters should be back. However, their biggest challenge will probably be the navigation of the salary cap, but having a MVP winning quarterback on your team gives them a huge advantage in that department.
Right.
So they have some people that they paid, and now they're paying more people, so they got to rearrange some cash shmoney. That money.
The one thing that kind of held them back, I mean, he doesn't have like an all-star wide receiver core, so he's throwing to, guys that are typically like wide receiver 2s or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then their running back, Delvin Cook?
Melvin,
I
dude?
can't remember.
James
I think
Cook.
it's one of the James Cook. He's good. I don't think their O-line is good enough to have him be stellar, and I just don't think he's that stellar to begin with.
No, God.
So I think they need some support on that end as well, and then they'd probably be a bit scarier to face.
And we are down to the top 3 teams looking ahead to the 2025 season. You ain't getting no help for these. The number 3 ranked team.
I actually want to try and go even further and give you my 3-2-1 of what I think it's going to be.
Oh, you want to just pick the remaining teams?
I'm going to give you the remaining teams and then what I believe they're going to be ranked at. Number 3.
I think the remaining 3 are pretty easy.
Yeah. Number 3, I'm going to go Lions. Number 2, I'm going to go Chiefs. Number 1, I'm going to go Eagles.
Okay, Mike?
That would make sense because the Eagles were just champion, but I think the NFL still gargles a bit of Mahomes sack.
I believe
so
it.
I think it's just going to be a switch between the Eagles and the Chiefs.
Well, gentlemen, I have some interesting news for you then, because coming in at number 3 is your Super Bowl runner-up, Kansas City Chiefs, the third-ranked team into the 2025 season from FoxSports.com. I will read the little excerpt here. Super Bowl showed us that the Chiefs have some work to do if they're going to sustain their dominance moving forward. Their offensive line was an issue for most of the season, and it got exposed against elite competition. They don't have enough juice at the skill positions. Key pieces like Trey Smith, Nick Bolton, and Justin Reed might just be walking out of the door. The foundation for a Super Bowl championship is still in place, but there needs to be some aggressive tinkering in 2025.
Wow.
Let alone the fact that Andy Reid getting 1 year older, Travis Kelce 1 year older, all of these people not young anymore.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Travis Kelce next year.
You think he's going to retire?
Oh,
I think it would have been a sure thing if they won.
That's fair.
Now he might come back to try and win one more, but he he also seems like he's completely okay with riding off into the sunset.
Yeah, he
Okay.
just looks so mentally checked out.
We will get back to all the funny videos I saw of that, but I want to finish this out.
Number 2.
That's got to be the Lions then, right?
Is your reigning, defending,
Wow.
undisputed NFC North champions
There it is.
of back-to-back seasons, your Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Their excerpt, and I quote, "It is a big deal, with capital letters, big deal, that Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn both departed Detroit at the same time. But don't let the coaching turnover distract you from the fact that this is still one of the best rosters in football. The Lions return all firepower on offense, and the defense will get Aiden Hutchinson back on the field in 2025. The window is still open."
I love that.
The window is still open.
Love that. All right.
And of course, in number 1, the Birds. Don't need to read an excerpt on that one.
Yeah,
I'm
we
fairly
get it.
Editor Era will do all that work for me. He can say what he wants to say right here.
A quick sum up before he just says birds, I don't know, 87 times.
Birds.
Birds.
They have a stacked secondary. I think their weakest thing in defense is their linebacking core, and it's still not bad. Obviously, their defensive line can do whatever the fuck they want. Their offense is stacked. If Jalen Hurts can keep throwing a football like a normal human being, they're going to be perfectly fine.
That's their thing, though, too, is that they got to start paying people. A lot of pieces they had were on one-year deals.
Ooh.
It was mentioned a lot in the Super Bowl that the Eagles have the most expensive team in the NFL right now.
Really?
Yeah, once they lose that,
lot.
once they lose that, they are going to be and this is one of those things, Era probably knows it and he just doesn't want to say it out loud. They're going to be an absolute dumpster team for a bit. Because they're gonna blow all their monies.
So
but
in
luckily,
like a weird way, they kind of like bought their Super Bowl win in a weird way, if you word it like that.
A lot of teams do that. Like
the Rams.
Tampa Bay did it.
And Tampa Bay.
Whoa! I never knew that.
Yeah, you just.
I mean, Tampa Bay did it with Tom Brady. Got Tom Brady, got Gronk, got Mike Evans, made sure they had all the pieces, bought the best defense they could, and then we're like, all right.
For a cup of coffee.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I don't know if we talk about Antonio Brown too much. You know?
Hey man, I'm trying to be cracker of the week.
But yeah, I mean, I think like the Chiefs have a great new wide receiver in Xavier Worthy. That dude was catching things that were barely thrown at him. I think they're just going to be fine, at least having him as a piece. Eagles on defense have Cooper DeJean. He's going to be great if he sticks around there. And the Lions just have a nice young team that is ready to fight for Dan Campbell and win. So it's nice to see.
It's going to be interesting. And
I also want to say this. Speaking of Lions, Darius Slay, congratulations. CJGJ, eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah, fuck off. Traitor.
Dickhead. Greatest city. It was hell, man. It was hell.
Well, all right. So
90%
that's
of the
before,
year injured, but it was hell.
Or that's after. Like he used to talk shit about Phillies fans all the time, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, fuck Detroit too. Fuck you, man.
Gross.
I was so hoping he was gonna not get the ring somehow.
Yeah.
the entire Philadelphia Eagles team gets one.
Except for you.
We heard what you said. No ring for you. Get out of here.
No ring for you. Real quick, we'll wrap up the football talk here because it's been a pretty football heavy episode since this is going to be the last beefy football talk we get to have for I don't know 7 months.
Oh yeah, which is in essence fine, you know.
Noticeable snubs from the top 10. No Vikings.
That's surprising.
Texans, no Rams, and no Bengals.
I think
a lot of teams not in the top 10.
Yeah, I think for the Rams, they're thinking if they do get rid of Cooper Kupp, that leaves them with just Puka. And then you have, like Blake Corum, who they're still not using. An aging Matt Stafford, who
keeps hinting at the idea of retirement.
Well, he's just slowly performing, like,
worse.
Okay there. He's not doing amazing. And again, it's probably the fact that the Rams are slowly just becoming the old Lions of the West now.
I can see it.
You're not wrong. A lot of teams not on there, but that window is going to be wide open, and we'll go in depth and sort of analyze some pieces moving into next year. I do think it'll be funnier if we start at the bottom and work our way up. So I have to pick. I have to find out when we are 32 weeks away from the start of the NFL season, and then we'll go team by team and sort of work our way from there.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
I like it.
Also, going to continue the one bit we started weeks ago and we haven't gotten back to since. It's time for everybody's favorite game show. Kevin Guesses College Football Mascots.
Yay!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, joined today, as always, by my lovely co-host. It's Mike. Mike, introduce yourself.
Oh, hi. I also watched college football, so I know some of the teams, unlike Kevin, who
yeah, just the big ones.
knows pretty much none of them.
No.
So this game can go either way, really.
He learned one today. Let's see if he remembers.
Oh,
Kevin,
shit.
your first guess. The team of Tulane.
Oh. It's not fuck, I'll tell you that right now.
No,
it's
not the Tulane Fucks.
That's a great name, though. It's like the Tulane Big Cojones or something.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Hawaii.
Yeah, that's why. Fuck, it's not that, but the Tulum. Oh, it's like it's a color. Tulum? What is it?
Tulane.
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 Tulane. The Tulane Waves.
Oh,
you got part of it.
You
got part of it.
Very close. In fact, the Tulane. Or do you want to go deal? You get it.
I want to go one more time.
One more time.
The waves. The big waves. The Tulane Big Waves.
Nope, it's a color.
It is the Tulane Green Waves.
Green Waves. Oh, I could have got that.
You were so close. You were right there.
I believed in you.
Mike, do you have a team for Kevin to guess?
Ooh, how about, ooh, I know one. A team that a wrestler came from, and the only reason that team is popular. Kennesaw State.
Which is another team that you should know because you played as them today.
I did play as them.
You did play as them.
Fuck. Were they the Huskies?
I'm Ron Bergen.
It's so endearing. It really is. It is in fact incorrect.
No, wait, the Hawks.
It is also incorrect.
Fuck. Shit.
Who would know?
You are much closer thinking aviation instead of a dog.
Aviation. Kennesaw State. Car, pigeon, eagle, raven,
yeah.
Blue Jays, Black Hawks.
Who in WWE?
Hawks? Did I say Hawks?
Yeah, I
You
already
did.
said Hawks.
Oh, damn it.
I already said Hawks.
The Kennesaw State Owls?
Oh!
Hey!
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike had the spoon feed you, but you got there eventually.
It's just owls. It's not like the yellow owls or anything, is it?
No, it's just owls.
Okay, Kennesaw State Owls.
Fun fact, I have made a petition to make them change their name to the Kennesaw State Brawn Breakers. I am still the only one to sign it.
I mean, it just makes sense.
You would think.
Hey, if you want to keep on going with the not great teams, there's another one that has 2 names.
What?
Kent State.
The Kent State Owls?
No.
No.
I said they have 2 names.
Oh.
The Kent State Owls?
I don't know why you had to ask it like an abuse victim.
Loves it and hates it at the same time.
I didn't know where you were going with that one.
You get it wrong, I'm gonna beat you again.
Oh, no.
That doesn't count if you like it.
Well, that's fair.
So you're just not gonna guess?
Oh, shit.
Sitting here waiting for it. Kent State.
The Kent State.
I will tell you right now, one of them you are not going to get in the fucking slightest.
It has 2 names.
It is absurd.
Well, I mean, I could give him a hint that would really get him the one you're probably thinking of.
I'll go and give it a try.
He's a part of the DC universe.
Oh, fuck. The Kent State Supermen.
No. Nope.
Oh, fuck. The Kent State Green. Kent State, no, because they're black, I think.
They gotta be black.
No, I didn't name them. I can't even think what they're called. Fuck, I don't even know where to begin. Can I give like a hint of like animal, bird, statue, state?
Dude, I said it's a part of the DC universe.
Oh, you did? Oh, fucking no. The
statue state.
Kent State Hawk Girls.
Not the Kent State.
That should be their name.
Out. That is a much better
but
team
no.
name.
Kent State Batman.
No.
Part of the DC universe.
Wait.
Kent State Jokers?
Worst CGI in movie history.
The Kent State Green Lanterns.
No.
No.
He gets one more before I tell him. It's hurting me. I think it's giving me.
Alright, Kevin, think about this. It's a movie I don't think any of us saw. Oh, no. I think you guys went to a private screening in theaters.
We did?
You got to see it early.
The Kent State Flashers.
Well,
Close! The closest you've been.
Yep.
Now give it a... Pick a color.
The Kent State Black Flash. It sounds wrong.
Man, that sounds like a report.
The Kent State Golden Flashes. The Golden Flashes. Golden Flashes, not Black Flashes.
And not the Black Flashers, as he said.
Oh no, not the Flashers either, it turns out.
Ooh, I don't know, I kind of like mine a little better.
The Kent State Black Flashers. Oh my god. Alright, the next episode of College Football 25, FGK and I are going to create the Kent State Black Flashers and try to take them to the nanny. What's the other one that's just like the Kent State Hawks or something?
Don't ask me.
I don't know.
You said they had 2... Oh, you meant 2 names as in it's like, it's name, space, name. Oh.
Yeah, because it's the Kent State Golden Flashes.
I thought there was like another name for Kent State that I didn't know about.
Yeah, it's the Kent State Black Flashers.
Yeah, now there is, and now it exists. We'll stick with the 2 name. This will be your last one. Actually, no. We'll save that one for next time. We'll only give you a 2-namer per episode.
Okay.
2 namers might get you in the past or the present or the future. I would like you to tell me the team name of Oregon State.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Oregon State.
Oh, I think I know this one.
Do you?
Is it the Ducks?
And that's Oregon. That's
Shit.
Close. You're in the right area.
Can I have, again, animal, state, person?
Thinking animal.
Animal. Animal. Think animal.
Not a manimal. That's Mike.
You're not kidding.
Aw, thank you.
Oof.
The clock is ticking.
What are even Oregon? What is Oregon known for? What would Oregon have?
The Oregon Trail.
Oregon. Oh, the Oregon Trails.
Yeah, well, close.
The Oregon. Is this maybe it is kind of like that. Like I'm thinking Apaches. The Oregon Apaches. Well, you said animal. Fuck.
Apache, my favorite animal.
The Oregon Mules.
Ooh. They're a real intimidating team name, but I can get behind it.
Okay. You said ooh like I was getting close.
Ooh, it kind of caught me off guard.
The Oregon.
I bet Kevin was thinking drug mules anyways.
The Oregon. If I was playing for Oregon, I would definitely be playing for the Oregon.
Once you're unironically kind of going down the right path, and once I tell you, you're going to be a little upset with yourself.
Stallions?
Getting further.
The Oregon donkeys.
The
Oregon.
Wrong type of animal.
The Oregon ass.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. When you say ass, you're
20 questions.
Think of something that hangs out near an ass.
That's such a load of
Oregon State shits.
I said hangs out, not falls out of.
Oh, sorry.
Right near it.
Right near it. Flies.
And is also the name of an animal.
Oh, I get it. Oh, it took me a second. I got there now. I get it.
Oh my god.
I get it. It's part of a joke. It's not. Don't think in a literal sense. Think in a jokey sense.
Okay. Hangs near an ass. The Oregon Commandos. I don't know.
You're headed in the right direction again.
I'm trying to think of like.
No, not
yes.
commando.
I don't know. I can't. An animal?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Another name for something you love.
Ooh.
Everybody should. It's just great.
The Oregon
It's
State
just good.
Crows.
You love crows.
I don't know.
It's just in. Fire God Kev loves crows.
I love crow.
It's my favorite revelation of the day. Kevin, big fan of crows. I love crow.
I need a little laughy for this one. Again, one more guess.
Okay. All right. Hangs out near something something I love. There's an ass
it doesn't
involved.
hang out near something you love.
Something you love hangs out near an ass.
Okay.
And it's also an animal.
The Oregon State. Oh fuck.
Oregon State.
You can do that with it.
What?
Yeah, that's true.
The Oregon State Banshees. I don't even know where to even.
I love Banshee. I love it a lot.
I love me a banshee and a crow.
I don't even know.
What a Saturday.
Where to guess.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure what road to go down right now.
It is actually the Oregon State Beavers. It is for the beaver.
Oh Jesus, I get it.
Nothing we said was incorrect.
All right, that's fair. All right.
a little cheeky.
Oh,
There we
God.
go. There's the first official week of Kevin Guesses college mascot team names. Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause. There we go.
This is quickly becoming my favorite segment.
Brought to you live by SNL.
We could be on.
Speaking of people that were also on SNL, WWE wrestlers. And there was a big old Royal Rumble that happened 2 weeks ago at this point.
Yeah. Well, soon to be 2 weeks. Soon to be 2 weeks on Saturday.
Soon to be 2 weeks. I said I was going to make it my own special separate video on the subject matter. Unfortunately, we bit busy of a lad, and I have not gotten around to it. And I know that I was kind of drawn away from the podcast when we were doing it last, as were you, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't really get a chance to kind of really go over the Rumble a lot of in-depth last time. Being not here, drawn away from other things, what have you, tomato, potato. Regardless, I think it's we'll open up the wrestling talk by kind of us talking about what the happenings and maybe the road that we're headed on down towards WrestleMania 41.
All right. I'll give my just a few quick thoughts on what I think is like just most prevalent. Going forward, I am really looking forward to this LA Knight Drew McIntyre feud. I think it's going to be a banger, and I'm looking forward to it. The fact that Charlotte Flair won her Royal Rumble debut and nobody is behind her, and she supposedly had a face promo and everybody booed her, and she was like, "Oh, okay." I loved it.
How you people feel.
Yeah. Cena potentially going against Cody at Mania. It's got to be a fast feud. Like, I know it's Cena's going for a 17th title, but it just feels, I don't know. We could talk more into that later. And I am the least excited for what's probably going to be how over he is. I get it. But that WrestleMania match between Gunther and Jey Uso is just going to be super kick, powerbomb, super kick, powerbomb, super kick, powerbomb, super kick, powerbomb, super kick, win. Not looking forward to it at all.
I think
You forgot a couple splashes in
I
there.
was going to say you missed.
Maybe a splasher. Maybe a splasher too.
Yeah.
You also missed.
Um.
I'm gonna beat your ass, Oos. Yeet.
Yeet.
I'm gonna mess you up, Oos. Yeet.
Well, all right. So I was thinking about this, and I've been thinking about it a lot because, you know, we, as we've gotten older, are getting away from like, hey, that guy's popular because he has a catchphrase. And yeah, his promos aren't the best. His one on Raw, seeing him actually have that type
Emotions.
of emotion was great.
More of that, please.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is, when you have somebody like that is so over that arenas chant for you to redo his theme song and then sing it all again from the top, at some point you have to throw a belt on that, even if it's going to be lost to somebody else. And who knows, maybe that's, you know, they give him the belt, it's this big heartwarming moment, and then they fuck him over immediately. But it does make sense to give him a belt because it's going to be what draws the most money, unfortunately, because let's be honest, even though Gunther is one of the biggest badasses they haven't really done anything with him since he's had the world title. So,
and unfortunately, I know I brought this up in the I do think that is going to be a downside of Triple H wanting to do smaller match cards, because if you're not even going to put, you know, your fucking world heavyweight champion on the card, why bother having these tiny ass cards when your main fucking champions aren't going to be a part of it regardless? It kind of just doesn't make any fucking sense to me in the slightest.
Yeah.
Because when was the last time that Gunther actually defended it on a pay-per-view? And don't fucking tell me Saturday night's main event, because if you do, you're wrong. That ain't a damn pay-per-view.
No, it's just a spot to take away from AEW.
Exactly.
And does a good job of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a phenomenal job of it. But these tiny match cards are, in my opinion, starting to add up the downsides of it. Of course, more and more of these pay-per-views are going to be shifting to two-night events soon, because I know that SummerSlam next year, from the Armpit of America, Minneapolis, Minnesota, is going to be the first two-night SummerSlam in history, starting off
So dumb.
the other Big Four pay-per-views probably shifting to 2-night events.
Well, I think they're already talking about Blood Money Rumble that's coming, in 2026 or 2027?
It's
they're talking about, they're talking about making that one possibly. So, I don't know how.
Oh, Jesus.
One Rumble, one night, one the other?
Yeah, that's all it's going to be. It's going to be the women's one night, it's going to be the men's another. Coming from a whole country that doesn't want women wrestling on their shows in the first place, it's really awkward to dedicate a whole night to them, but sure, whatever, I guess. As long as they're paying the bills.
So you're telling me we have to have one night just for women? This is bullshit.
Still not Saudi.
No? Ah, fuck.
You'll get it one day,
okay.
I hope.
Well, as long as he never has to go there, I guess it's okay.
The first piece of merch that we need to make, besides the Kent State Black Flashers, is Saudi Fears FGK. I need that on a shirt more than fucking life itself, dude. But unfortunately, we're not going to have to worry about that. In 365 days from now, we got a long way to go until that pay-per-view even matters. But the one that does matter is the one that just happened. Because I know we all had some differing opinions on it, and we didn't really get a chance to talk about it too much through the various circumstances, but now we got a chance to. So starting off, the Women's Royal Rumble, winner being Charlotte. Hopefully, in my opinion, Charlotte goes on to WrestleMania to fight a face Tiffany Stratton. I think that's the best possible outcome for all of this. I don't want Charlotte Rhea 2. I don't want Charlotte versus
3, right?
Oh yeah, it would be Charlotte versus 3.
Fuck.
I don't want Charlotte to fight whoever's the NXT champion right now.
Julia.
I fucking... Once I'm done with this, I'd love to talk about her because holy shit, she is awesome. A lot of the NXT women are.
Yep.
Charlotte Tiffany Stratton makes the most sense, and I am all for that one.
Now, do you have Tiffany going over, or do you have Charlotte going over?
Tiffany, 100%.
Yeah, I feel like you have to.
I mean, I feel like that's what we all want, but is that what they do?
No, they'll probably be Charlotte winning.
It's Charlotte Flair we're talking about here. We all thought Rhea was going to beat her at 36 and, like, kind of her star-making moment, and she wouldn't fucking get that until, 3 years later? 39?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is WWE we're talking about here.
Charlotte Flair, that's not going to work for me, brother, of women's division.
Charlotte Hogan.
Hogan.
Again, also, split from Andrade for, the 7th time. I give it 2 months until they're back together again.
Yeah.
Well, no, because this time they're actually divorced.
Oh. My bad. My bad.
So I think she's trying to chase her dad's title record. She's trying to chase his divorce record, too.
Ooh, starting off strong.
So do you think Andrade's pregnant with the bastard kid, or?
No, that's some random person in a gas station bathroom.
Oh, that's why I was mugged by a blonde woman. Oh, boy.
Yep.
Oh, no, it's me.
Well,
I'm... It's like it sucks that they blew the Rumble this year on Charlotte, but if they can work something out of it, I'm okay with it as long as Tiffany Stratton comes out looking good on the other side. Because, again, we do have to take a step back and realize Charlotte's getting old, too. Like, her first WrestleMania...
And plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, very plastic.
She is more plastic than human at this point.
Charlotte's first Mania in WWE was WrestleMania 32. And that was...
Jesus.
The Roman Triple H main event WrestleMania.
Yeah, the worst in history.
That was the For the Love of Mankind WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, Charlotte's already been doing this shit on the main roster.
Is that the one he came out on the throne?
No, that was 30.
Because she was one of the ones that escorted him while he was on the throne, too.
Yeah.
It was her, Bliss, and Sasha Christ.
I think so.
Yes.
Our Lord and Savior.
Where has good old Sasha Christ been?
Probably on injured reserve again.
She blew her knee.
Yet again. Way to go, Sasha Christ.
No, she's feuding kind of with Harley Cameron in AEW.
Oh, how interesting.
Oh, her. Mm-hmm.
Well, no, all right. So Harley Cannon, you'd have to take a deep dive with her, but she has gotten herself more over with the AEW crowd than pretty much any woman right now. And she is entertaining as fuck. She was like, remember
The
when Billy
Titans.
from the Iconics was like just actually being funny towards the end, and you're like, wow, she's actually kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh, she has a personality. Who knew?
Yeah, she's basically doing that now, but also like wrestling at the same time.
For those of you wanting to hear more AEW talk, Mike Talks AEW will be coming to the channel this week. Very soon, very soon.
This week? So today?
I caught myself for a second. I was going to make another joke, but I flubbed it up halfway through. Because I heard the ADHD last episode. I want to stay on topic, damn it.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Charlotte wins. That's fine. The thing that I want to talk about, it's fine-ish.
It's fine if she doesn't win at Mania.
Exactly. She won, whatever. The NXT women. Holy shit. Fucking standout, in my opinion. Io Sky, standout, in my opinion. The fact that Io Sky is not going to be in the chamber this year is damn travesty. Like, oh, real quick. How do you say her name? Julia? Love her.
Yeah, you can say it the white way.
Yeah, just go all white with
Julia?
it.
She's awesome. Stephanie Vacour. Holy shit, she might be my new favorite female wrestler.
Uh-huh.
Good Lord,
Welcome to the
she
team,
is
bud.
Awesome, dude. And also, if I could be a little horny for a second, those butt straps. Whew!
Yeah, she knows what she doing.
God damn! Everybody saw Rhea wear them the one time and went, yeah, we can do that too.
That's a good idea.
Not Julia. Stephanie's been doing that on the indies for a long time too, and every time, man, it is just great to see. Great to see.
On top of that, excellent performer. Lash Legend. Holy shit! I didn't know she existed. Like Mike, you brought her up on the podcast. Didn't know she existed until you said it, and once I saw her, that is a large woman. She is.
Yeah, she's an
big.
Amazonian. Yeah, and she has just gotten better with time, which is good because she started off not great. She is the true definition of like, hey, we're going to take an athlete and turn them into a wrestler. And she was just like, they were like, you're big, go do things.
Please, go do something. She is going to be fucking amazing. You said you wanted to see a WrestleMania main event between her and Jade Cargill. I concur. Double it and give it to me, please.
Yeah, NXT is stacked when it comes to women wrestlers. I don't know where they're going to put Jordynne Grace. She shouldn't be on NXT because she's already done that.
No.
But
send her to the main roster yesterday. I hope she's on Raw tonight.
You know what they need to do?
What?
Have her somehow sneak in. Charlotte beats Tiff. Unfortunately, we'd all be pissed. And then Jordynne Grace comes in, just gives her the muscle buster and beats her.
Whoa. Okay, I'm writing that down. There we go. Yeah, I hope to make that happen in WWE 2K25 if they don't do it in real life. Upset if they don't. Two things I have gripes within the Women's Rumble. Just real quick, get off my chest. One, that whole spot where like 7 of them were draped over the ring and Nia just sort of runs over and nudges them off. That shit was dumb.
Yeah.
That was poorly fucking executed. I don't know how well that thought out. That spot was dumb as shit.
And it makes it even better that it was Nia Jax.
Of course.
To fuck it up. Could have been anyone, but it was her.
The last thing I have a big issue with the Rumble, that damn wild pack of lesbians. What the fuck? The PFC, dude.
Who?
Well, hey, you don't have to worry about the main one now.
It was so funny that Michael Cole and McAfee were trying their damnedest to put her over. Like, oh my God, here comes the most dangerous woman in the Rumble, the most violent woman of all time, the leader of the PFC, the kingpin herself, Sonya Deville.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And That's about as intimidating as a declawed cat. Like, I don't really feel any sort of fear when I see Sonya Deville. So.
Well, and that was just based on shitty writing too. Like, there were actually times back, like when she was first on SmackDown, where they just let her do shit, and I was like, "Wait, when did she get good?" And then they were like, "Oh man, people are starting to realize she has talent. We got to knock this off real quick," and they just like sent her back to doing nothing again. I don't get it.
It's so wishy-washy. Like, you gotta have women on TV and make them look good, or you're just gonna have the women on TV and have Michael Cole and Pat McAfee tell us they're good. You're gonna do both. Okay, well, damn. Other than that, though, I loved it. Trish, great to see it. Hopefully, it's just a one-off. I really don't need another WrestleMania match from her.
No, I don't really care.
Well, that being said, she has openly stated that she wants to, and this was a quote, I think, from her, it was either X or she said it in an interview. I can't remember, and I'm not going to look it up now. But she had stated that she's like, I want to get ragdolled by one of the, like, she wants to face one of the giants and just get chucked around.
What an odd request.
Oh, no. Trish did get thrown up by Nia this year. That's probably going to happen, too.
Well, because she wants to, like, Rey Mysterio it, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Small girl versus large person.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if Rhea Ripley threw me around for a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, it turns out Trish Stratus's hubby not cutting it at home once he gets run around by a woman. Tough cookies, bud.
It's just, you don't got that libido no more.
If I'm stuck between a Rhea Ripley and Jordan Gray sandwich, I'm not going to say nothing about it.
I'm not tapping out ever.
Gentlemen, thoughts on the Women's Rumble before we move on?
Overall, I thought it was a good Rumble. It sadly does lose points because Charlotte lost. Like we joked about it. I'm sorry. It lost points because she won. Because we joke about it. We go, oh, there's Charlotte. She's going to win. But deep down, we're like, she's going to win, isn't she? Like, we all kind of knew it. Like, it just, there's no surprise. If Charlotte's there, she wins. She's the Charlotte Hogan of WWE. We lose points for that. Besides that, fine. Good. Liked it. One of the better women's matches. Again, shitty ending aside.
Well, agreed.
There we go. Moving on, going in between all of the gratuitous celebrity cameos and appearances and whatever the hell.
Real quick.
Who was it named? Pat Mellencamp or whatever?
Who?
No, John Cougar Mellencamp.
Who?
That one, yeah. He didn't want to fucking be there at all.
Ask your dad, Kev.
Okay.
Real quick, what is it, Mike?
No, I am so fucking done with them going, it's another show, look at all of our celebrities. Like, you telling me you're popular doesn't make you more popular.
It's the UFC thing. Every single time there's a UFC show, they got Donald Trump is here, Logan Paul is here, Conor McGregor's here, John Cena's here,
God, do I hate
Adam
it.
Sandler's here. Except with UFC, they actually get celebrities, and with WWE, they get Netflix D-stars.
Yeah, they got Macaulay Culkin.
And WWE has 3 shows a week. UFC is 1 show like every month and a half.
Yeah.
So, you doing it every show, I'm like, I got it! Fuck!
It's like,
Ron Breaker's at another show.
Knew this, but kind of popular. We're kind of like the popular kids here. Hey, did you see Macaulay Culkin? We're kind of cool.
I will say, hey, to be fair, he did get a massive pop.
He did. It was
but
awesome.
Other than that, I didn't give a shit about anybody else.
Who gives a fuck?
The showing of the celebrities stretched out, giving you the benefit of the doubt. The showing of the celebrities makes a lot of sense. The showing of the stars from the other brand, I want to fucking kill myself. I get it. LA Knight's still here. I understand. You don't need a 20-second cutaway every time you come back for commercial to be like, look, Rey Mysterio here.
Oh.
Yay. And speaking of people that were here and weren't supposed to be here, the Motor City Machine Gun versus DIY 2 out of 3 falls match. went back into last week's episode. I timed it. We spent 2 minutes and 15 seconds talking about it last week. So
oh, boy.
Give it a little more
I wonder what we were talking about last time. We only talked about it for 2 minutes. How weird.
BFAB.
Oh,
we talked about BFAB.
Right, because she deserves more than 30 seconds of speech.
I told Kevin already, but I want to say it on air. This was the best WWE-produced tag team match since the Usos and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at the main event of WrestleMania 39. I fucking loved this match. I loved it.
It was a very good match. It was a very good tag team match. And again, this just comes down to, and this, I think I said this in the chat when we were like watching. It was like a very good match. Piss poor ending. The ending really wasn't needed. It, like, if they were trying to further something, it didn't need to be there. This should have come down to a clean decision, regardless of who won or lost. Like, if you wanted DIY to retain, just let him go over clean. Like, I feel like it's been a thing in WWE for so long where they've lost sight and they think, oh, well, I mean, if they lose, then they're going to look weak. Like, no. Shitty endings like this get really boring because you don't want them to like win clean. Like, it's so common. And I didn't like the ending. The match itself, however, was very enjoyable. I want more. I just want more with an actual goddamn conclusion.
Yeah, I think if you watch a DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns match and you don't think it's great, it's a you problem, 100%. Because both teams are, I mean, Johnny and Tommaso by themselves are pretty much the top performers as far as like indie going to WWE guys, and then you bring in one of the best tag teams to ever do it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It does, unfortunately, lend itself to Triple H's booking styles because, again, I've said this multiple times on the podcast, Triple H wants his titles to exchange hands on the biggest show possible. I thought that the Royal Rumble would be big enough for the Motor City Machine Guns. Turns out that was not the case. Because, of course, this is going to lead to DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Street Profits, and probably Pretty Deadly at WrestleMania this year.
So if I could pick it my way, because they have definitely failed to use the Elimination Chamber for what it's supposed to be. Tag team, Elimination Chamber match, and then you make it so that all the tag teams are in there and are facing each other for it. And I think that would be great.
That would be better. But unfortunately, it is Triple H, and since it's not WrestleMania, I don't think he's going to do it.
That's probably true.
I would love it. I would love it so much. But also, it might be a little much having 3 chambers on one card being, Cody contender match, Rhea contender match, and then the tag team one. Might be a bit crowded. But we'll see where that match takes us down the line towards WrestleMania, because hopefully some shit is figured out on either SmackDown's leading up to it, or the match is already set in stone by now. Who knows? All I do know is that the last 5 to 10 minutes of that match with the Machine Guns and DIY, perfect. Fucking perfect tag team wrestling. It was insanity to me. I loved it so goddamn much. I think it's going to lead to, hopefully, the most underrated match on the WrestleMania 4 card. And who knows, maybe one of the more overrated matches involves Homelander itself, KO and Cody Rhodes, after Cody Rhodes murdered Kevin Owens live and in concert at Indianapolis. I think this one I feel like we got all our thoughts out about this one. This one was pretty easy.
This was easily match of the night. This was a great ending. Great wrestling. Honestly, I really have nothing bad to say about it at all. It was awesome. I loved every minute of it, and that freaking when he threw him through the ladder even got me to go, like, when I'm in my chair and I'm like standing up, and that's how you know it's some damn fine wrestling. I love when you see the picture of him holding 2 belts up and you got a broken Kevin Owens down below. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I thought it was fantastic. Match of the night, easily.
Well, and it was also, you had a great match, and then you had Cody kill him that show, and then the very next show, does he come back and kill Cody? No, he goes after Sammy. All right.
I did think that was weird. Like, are we really getting another Kevin Owens Sami Zayn feud again?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
we just get these once a year now, and they're just, cool. Okay.
Because they've done it so much of, this is going to be the last time Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn fight ever. No, really. This time is going to be the last time these two fight for all eternity. I think the more... You gotta really Cody Rhodes from a different angle, because the type of wrestler he is the theatrics, the performative one, not really focused on the moves so much as he is making sure that the people in the upper bowl of the stadium knows what's going on, and the small details he was doing, like going back and standing over Kevin Owens' body, like being more violent and more aggressive and all that, that's going to definitely lead to bigger and better things. I hope and I pray for the future, but we won't know until that happens. Hopefully he is the one fighting John Cena at WrestleMania 41. Please keep anyone Samoan as far away from Cody Rhodes as possible. Solo Sikoa, if you ruin this...
Hey!
What?
Since you mentioned Samoans, did you watch SmackDown?
No!
Because guess who came back?
No, don't do it to me!
Solo Sikoa's back again, and immediately gave the spike to our Homelander himself.
Mike, this is the reason why I'm going to drink tonight.
Well, that's okay. You can do that.
Drink tonight. Oh my god. You know what? Because I hope that Cody does end up fighting John. I think, well, hopefully, now that Solo's back, I think it's probably going to be Solo and Cody at Elimination Chamber. I hope. Not at WrestleMania. I hope that Cena wins in the Chamber, setting up Cena and Cody at Mania, because so far the only people confirmed in the Chamber is Cena, Punk, and Drew, right?
Yes.
Because Punk is probably going to go with Roman and Seth for that triple threat match, which is fucking very exciting to me. I am very much looking forward to that one. And Drew looks like he's sort of tied up with Damian Priest and LA Knight or whatever.
Yeah, he's more feuding with LA Knight right now. They turned that goofy little spot in the Rumble into an angle, so now that's what they're doing.
Yeah, and can I just say now that you got that fresh in my memory, can we stop listening to the dirt sheets?
Right?
Can we just knock it off? Because according to the dirt sheets, on that same day, Alexa Bliss was light years away from re-signing a new contract. And guess who fucking showed up that exact same night?
Uh-huh.
I understand.
Almost like they need to stop listening to Old Man Meltzer.
Yeah, right. I get that Drew McIntyre allegedly walked out. But guess what? Drew McIntyre also allegedly walked out back at Survivor Series. And look what happened. Fuck all nothing. Just kind of starter feud for a really good storyline. That's it. Yep. He re-signed a contract. Rock got him back for 5 years. He's not upset with the company. He didn't get fired. He didn't get suspended. He didn't get none of this shit. It was just the groundwork for the feud with Punk. And look where it got us. One of the best Hell in a Cell matches of all time. So Drew McIntyre storming out, it didn't mean shit. It's just hopefully going to give us a really good feud between McIntyre and L.A. Knight. Yeah.
I am looking forward to that.
And the last match of the Royal Rumble that is going to set us further on to the WrestleMania, the road to WrestleMania 41 was the men's Royal Rumble match. And I know we all hate the little shit. I know he's obnoxious as all hell. Literally drives me up a wall just thinking about him. Because boy, oh boy, just making content for 12-year-olds scattered around the world. However, I will give credit to where credit is due. I show speed taking the bump of the fucking night.
Yeah,
that man got broken in half.
I had
Holy
a
moly.
lot of words to say. I thought it was stupid. I was like, "This is so dumb. I hate this." After watching it back, I give the little shit some respect. That was a mean hit. And if you watch it back, like, dude, Braun had a vendetta to settle, and I loved every second of it. It was amazing. It was a great hit. Credit where credit is due.
Can I do my one gripe with this real quick?
Of course.
Grape. I love grapes.
Gripe, not grapes.
Oh, sorry, I'm hungry.
My only problem is that, again, we had to fucking bury somebody to get him out there. Why did we have to take out Akira Tozawa? Why is he getting shit on for no reason? Like, couldn't Triple H just by back there be like, who's supposed to be up? Who's supposed to be up? Nobody answers, and he goes, Speed, get the hell out there. That way we don't have Akira Tozawa get knocked out to set up a mildly decent match on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'll say it so no one else has to. It's Akira Tozawa is essentially Asian R-Truth at this point.
That's what I mean. Like, when you go on the indies and watch any of Akira Tozawa's shit, he's so good. And then they bring him to WWE and they're like, hey, you're our Funaki now.
What'd you call me?
Sucked. Funaki.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry. I know that gets often confused.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also say the same thing about R-Truth. Like, R-Truth can go. He can go. Like, K-Quick, back in the day, fucking Ron the Truth Killings.
Yeah.
That's
oh, hell yeah.
Who can actually fucking go. But now
yes,
I feel like he's just comfortable where he's at. You know, just going out there, making people crack, and Akira Tozawa going out there, doing kind of a stupid dance and taking one bump and not having to go through the whole Royal Rumble match. Not even a bump. He just kind of got dinked upside the head by Carmelo.
Yeah, and we had to pretend he was unconscious.
Oh yeah. That's my gripe with all of it. It was a single solitary dunk.
God, we should do an episode of people that just have fallen from grace because fucking Carmelo Anthony, man, or Carmelo Hayes, not Anthony.
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony too. We can add him to the list while we're at it.
But Carmelo Hayes, man, was just a stud on NXT, and then they brought him up to the main roster, and
I think it all went downhill when he fucking botched the Cody Cutter spot.
no, the worst thing that happened to him was he botched a promo backstage with LA Knight. And LA Knight shit on him hard for it too.
What'd he say? Do you remember?
No, he just he went to say something and just fucked up his line, and LA Knight was just there, basically like, yeah, fuck you, bud. You're about to have a bad day.
Well,
I do remember that.
If we're speaking of botches, one man's name who should be thrown on that list, unfortunately, going to due to his performance at the Rumble, is Penta. Hey, brother, both feet hit the floor.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Everyone saw it.
Both feet hit the floor. No fucking shot. Like,
But then we wouldn't have gotten the Mex-Samoan team up with him and Roman Reigns.
Max-Samoan is the best thing I have heard today, dude. I love that. Hopefully he goes on to do something cool, and hopefully Wrestlemania can have a Rey Mysterio match on it, where Rey Mysterio is not fighting with or against his kid for the first time in almost 4 years.
Yeah, right. That's crazy.
I would love to see a Penta Rey Mysterio one-on-one match this year. That'd be awesome for a night. So
Only?
they can get the Mexican Minute Maid to sponsor the match again too.
Ooh, yeah, Fresca. Only if we get the real Penta, which is like the evil one where he just is actually snapping arms with that move. I mean, not actually, obviously, but like that was his thing in Lucha Underground, where that move he does where he snaps their arm back. They were using that to make it seem like he was just breaking people's arms, and it was great.
It was violent. It's so violent to the point where it probably gets some Facebook moms to come in on the WWE post. Like, this man you have here is too violent for my child to watch.
I didn't know that many
And then
British
we can be like,
moms.
why? Because he's Mexican, lady? Is that it?
You're racist.
Mm-hmm.
By Jove. Did he break his arm?
Amazing rumble.
Indubitably so.
With
Indubitably.
speed. Joe Hendry. There's my gripe. Joe Hendry in it way too goddamn short, in my opinion.
Yeah, even Sheamus was
Way
upset.
too short. Honestly.
Yeah, the whole Sheamus bit was actually pretty great.
Time spent believing in Joe Hendry. Sheamus, 30 seconds. I hope it leads to something at Mania because of the partnership with TNA now. I think there's going to be more crossover involved, obviously, because I feel like, for lack of a better word, WWE is saying that they own TNA without outright saying that they own TNA at this point. But, again, my little headcanon, who knows? We'll see where that goes from. And, again...
I mean, we get Dirty Dango on NXT this coming week.
We do.
Tomorrow.
That is true. I do feel like that also would have been a good spot to give to someone in the Rumble instead of... Oh, boy. Let me check his name here. Santos Escobar?
Who?
Hmm?
Who?
Exactly.
Who's that?
He was King Cuerno on Lucha Underground.
Ah, dude, is that Bowser's, like, right-hand man or something?
No, that's Koopa Troopa.
Oh, my bad.
I know a lot of these guys that have come over to WWE, they do so well on other shows. They're so athletic. They're extremely, extremely athletic. I can never do those physical feats that they do. But my God, some of them just have the personality of a wet paper towel.
Yeah.
Like, at Fandango, hearing that music pop, da 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 da, like, I get it, you saved it for NXT, but man, that would have been really fucking cool to hear at the Rumble, no?
Right?
I would have kind of enjoyed that.
But no, we had to get Speed out there.
Okay. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about.
Oh.
I kind of like this era that we're going into now because, hey, a bit of a spoiler, Kai Cenat is going to be in the upcoming WWE K25 game.
Gross.
I'm assuming in it, like a character in it, yep.
Gross.
At this point, I'm assuming the same thing with Speed, because I went back and watched the 2001 Rumble. That's the Drew Carey Rumble. And I'd argue Drew Carey in 2001 is significantly less popular than iShow Speed is right now.
I don't know. He had a lot of shows going
really.
that time. He had, like, 5 of his own shows going.
Yeah.
Like, he was kind of the television man at the time.
Then I will give Speed more credit. At least he took the damn bump.
Well, Drew Carey's a fat, out-of-shape man.
He also took a bump. He took a chokeslam and a tombstone pile driver.
At the Rumble? I thought the Rumble he just got grabbed and then jumped over the top rope.
No, I don't think it was at the Rumble. Fuck, I can't remember where, but he has taken bumps from Kane. He took a chokeslam and a tombstone.
Then that's fair. I rescind my fate.
You put some respect on that man's name.
Well, it's kind of hard to now.
He's old.
$1 for $1, Drew. $1, Drew. $1. I for one am excited to see what Jey Uso picks because I've seen that there is some rumblings on the dirt sheets, even though I just spewed out of my mouth a little bit ago that
how much you
don't
hate
need
them.
to listen to the sheets. There's talks of maybe making a legendary swerve to where Jey Uso does not pick Gunther at WrestleMania or WrestleMania. Jey Uso instead picks Joe Hendry to go after a title at WrestleMania.
Whoa. I mean, do I think it's going to happen? No. But do I think that's a great swerve and a fun idea? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because that would put Joe Hendry on the map, the TNA title on the map, and it'd be so different than...
We've said swerve enough times that he just ends up facing swerve.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's the real Forbidden Door. Holy moly.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
Mind that.
I'd be for that.
See, the thing is, it's going to be, John's not going to fight Joe Hendry at Mania. John's pretty much, I feel like at this point, John's tied in with Cody.
Yeah.
41. That's what I feel like his last Mania match is going to be. So he's taken off the card. However, if Joe Hendry gets his foot in the door more in TNA, in WWE, that could lead to Joe Hendry doing some pretty fucking cool things. I hope so. Of course, it would come at the cost of their most over guy in the company, but that's a price I'm willing to sacrifice.
So you're saying you'd have Jay go over?
No, I'd say I'd have Joe win.
Oh, Joe, yeah.
It's an amazing thought. It really is. But I think they are at the point where they're like, we have to put a belt on Jay. I think that's what they're thinking.
I think he's going to be another Damian Priest. They're going to put a belt on him, and I think he drops it 3 months later.
Oh, absolutely. It's just one of those, look, we're making kids happy.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do right now. When they're happy, then we go on to the next.
When they're happy, they buy things.
Yep.
If and when Jey Uso does get a title at this year's WrestleMania, oh, dear sweet baby Jesus, whoever out there is listening, please keep him as far away from any bloodline activities as possible.
Whew, man, you wouldn't think that'd be a hard one to do.
Just let him exist as Jey Uso on his own. He to Jimmy, Jacob Fatu, Roman Reigns, or Paul Heyman. Yeah. Just let him be Lord Jesus.
I feel like we're not asking for a lot here.
And that's pretty much the Rumble setting up towards a very fun WrestleMania. And I can officially announce now that WrestleMania live reactions will be happening. You could circle it, mark it on your calendar. If you ain't got nobody to watch it with, the 3 Counting Out boys from Michigan being FGK, Mike, and myself doing a little bit of live reaction of WrestleMania. Long ways to go from now. Middle of April. It is the beginning of February. We got
a minute.
Yeah, we got a couple months to go. But circle it in pen.
You know what that means? That means the storylines should actually be good and the matches will be better.
Hopefully.
See what he said there, America. He said should.
Yeah, big should.
Should be good. Will it? I fucking hope so. And now that everything's all said and done, I think I a story about how I had the worst Rumble viewing experience.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
All time. The worst paper.
Oh, that's even better because Era's not here and he was the
one yeah, he's like, I'm not going to stop the recording until you tell me. Well, it's a good thing you can't stop me from hanging up. Exactly how that worked last week. So it was Saturday. It was a really weird shift for me Saturday. Normally, everything closes at 8 at the store I work at, and I think the shift that I was working was like, instead of a 3 to 8, it was a 2 to 7, and I was able to see. I didn't want to have any spoilers. I didn't want nothing. I didn't watch any of the pre-show. I said, nope, no spoilers. I want to watch it all when I get home. The downside is that I work an hour away from my house. So it started at like the weird 6:30 spot for some reason. And whatever, I had kind of figured the women's match was up first. I tried muting notifications. I tried turning off my phone as much as possible. Kevin and Mike tried their hardest to spoil me in sign language over text.
I was going to say, did you like that?
I could not decipher it, but boy, oh boy, I was nervous to even open the text. So I get home, get onto Peacock, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll have it open. I think with multiple streaming services, from Netflix, from YouTube, from all sorts of different things, there are functionalities built into the live program where you can restart what you're watching from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not crazy in saying that, gentlemen. You have both seen that, correct?
Yes.
I've done it, yeah.
So I was like, you know what? That's on Peacock. It has to be, right? I said, you know what? That's fine. Hey, I just got home from work. Let me shower. Let me eat. Let me change my pajamas. Let me change my jammies. Get comfortable, type of deal. Get ready for an awesome night. I got a whole pack of beer. I was ready to kick my feet up and relax. I go through all that, and I think by this point it was already 39 o'clock-ish.
39 o'clock?
8:30, 9 o'clock.
8:30, 9 o'clock.
8:30, 9 o'clock. It was very, very iffy. And I had my girlfriend. She rewound everything. Sure it was good, and she said, "Hun, there's no button that says start from the beginning." I said, "Okay, well, sorry. I would love for you to just rewind the whole way until we're at the beginning, if that's okay with you." Okay. She did all that. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. And she's like, "All right, perfect. I have it all synced up. It's as far back as it can go." I'm like, "All right, cool, bet, awesome." I got my food. I sat down and everything. It hit play. Oh, it's the beginning of the. It's the beginning of the tag
show?
match. Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Tag match. Motor City Machine Guns were making their way down to their. Oh. Okay. Awesome. Cool.
Huh.
Okay, fine. Pause it. We'll just start from here, I guess. So it turns out you only get to go back. You only get to go back as far as the pay-per-view started, you know? And since it's still going ahead in real time, it's pulling you further and further away from the beginning of the pay-per-view.
So if you pause it, it's just going to bring you up.
It's gonna jump ahead to where technically you have... Like, if you paused it for 30 seconds, you're going to skip ahead 30 seconds.
Oh, I did not know that.
It's a terrible
dumb
viewing experience. So we're watching the tag team match. We're watching it. Oh my god, this is great. This is awesome. I have it recorded. I still need to edit it. And they popped up in the bottom third. Charlotte is the first ever woman to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles. I go, fuck.
Oh.
There's the first spoiler.
All right.
I did all this work into avoiding spoilers, and they're just doing it on screen. The tag team match finishes. Street Profits come out. They're doing whatever. They're getting ready to go to commercial. In the bottom third of the screen, Alexa Bliss returns. Buy her new merch tonight. Oh, there goes another fucking spoiler. God damn it. We watched Cody and Kevin. That one was amazing. No qualms with that one. No issues. We get to start the men's rumble. We're going, watching it, enjoying ourselves the whole way through. And then we get to the Miz. I remember specifically, it was the Miz. Miz coming down. Girlfriend, she freaks out looking at me. Like, she goes, like, freaked out on her phone. Like, what the fuck? What happened? What's wrong? She shows her phone to me. One of her friends, like one of her really close friends, sent her a picture of 2 positive pregnancy tests.
Damn.
So I pause it. I'm like, oh, okay. I forgot that's where you skip ahead.
Oh, no.
I pause it. She goes to call her friend and talk to her. And the first thing I hear from her is, "Oh, god damn it. I thought you were going to be crying right now." Her friend sent her a picture of the pregnancy test as a prank.
That's fucked up.
It was a prank thing of like, oh my god, you either have to send this picture to someone or do a shot type of deal.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Oh yeah, this is just... Oh, but wait! There's more! So, I was like, oh fuck, sorry babe, that kind of sucks. Like, wow, that's really shitty of her to do out of nowhere. She could have just not have done that, you know, or just taken the shot like a normal person would. So we unpause it. It kind of buffers for a second. Fuck. I shit you not. The first thing I see is Joe Hendry in the ring.
God damn it.
Mother fuck. There goes another spoiler in the ring just for me. Yee-hoo! All because your friend decided to pull a shitty prank, and now I get ruined on one of the biggest surprises of the fucking night. So I'm like doing my best to like try to calm down and not rifle the remote through the TV at the moment. And in the most calmest way, I'm like, hey love, can you like try to rewind it some more to see if it just somehow goes back to the beginning of Rumble? She says, nope, it's just that I haven't seen this part. We haven't seen this part. Yeah, it's going further. it's just continuing to go deeper and deeper and deeper throughout the match. So I'm like, fuck it. Just fuck it. I'm not going to watch. I'll just watch tomorrow. So we pull up YouTube and we start watching fucking Mr. Beast, because that was the first thing that was uploaded on the YouTube for me to watch. Oh, I know.
You could have watched paint dry. That would have had more respect.
So I Googled it. The only way to start something over from the beginning on Peacock, I had to wait for the entire thing to be over.
Fuck.
The men's Rumble finished. It was still going. Because the fucking Peacock counted the post-show as part of the pay-per-view.
Oh my god.
So I had to wait even longer for that to be over. We ended up watching something else on top of that. We were on Peacock. I went, what else is on Peacock? Oh, look at that. Shrek 2. We put on Shrek 2 instead of the fucking Royal Rumble. I watched Fairy Godmother instead of a Big 4 WWE pay-per-view. And
I mean,
like, okay.
You made the right choice in watching Shrek 2 over Mr. Beast again.
And mind you, at this point, Kevin, I'm waiting for the post-show to be over. So it is like 12:30 in the morning after I just worked that night. I look again. I have my girlfriend check again. She says, "Oh, babe, I am so sorry. The pre-show is still happening. Old man Triple H is talking to everyone now." Motherfucker. I back out. I check again. Oh, wait, no. There's a Rumble right here that we can watch. She goes, "Oh, perfect." I perk up, like, okay, all right, maybe they fixed themselves. We go through it. We click on it. It's fucking Spanish commentary! I had to watch the second half of the Men's Rumble and the entirety of the Women's Royal Rumble in Spanish goddamn commentary.
My God. This is great.
Was having the worst experience fucking ever. And you guys, I can see my phone blowing up with notifications from the 3 Counted Out like group chat. You guys talking about the Rumble and shit. I go, I'm still here. Still watching it. You can scroll back up and see it. I said I never am going to watch a pay-per-view like this again. I think I sent that message at, 2:30 in the morning?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, something like that.
After I was done watching the goddamn Men's Rumble in Spanish, every time Braun Breaker came down to the ring, me and Lexi make a joke now. They go, Braun Breaker! It's Braun Breaker coming into the ring!
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Awful. I tried my hardest to be invested and be involved. The Spanish commentary, they were more lively than McAfee and Wade Barrett were.
Really?
At times. It's saying something. I didn't understand a fucking thing they were saying, but boy, they were getting into it. And after all that said and done, finally, 3 in the morning, watch Charlotte win. It's in my reactions. I need to edit these because it's very funny watching me with life and joy in my eyes, and by the time Charlotte wins the Rumble, I'm just a shell of a human.
Broken man.
It was so awful. It was so bad, and I'm making sure that never happens again. I've already requested off of work WrestleMania. I'll be damned if I'm watching another Big 4 pay-per-view. That you can suck my dick otherwise.
Well, I mean, I had no idea.
When I've had to miss it, I just watch it the next day. Because then you get to watch it by itself. You don't have to worry about anything.
I wanted to. I thought that it would be most like Netflix, like YouTube Live, like Twitch streams. You could just say, hey, would you like to watch live or would you like to go back to the beginning? I'd like to go back to the beginning, please. I didn't think it was going to be that fucking complicated for Peacock.
Oh my God. I like how this just progressively got worse and worse and worse.
Mm-hmm.
It really did.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, is one after the other, after the other. And I think at this point my blood pressure has spiked enough. We've been going at this for a while, gentlemen. I think it's high time we wrap this one up and look forward to the rest of the road to WrestleMania and Super Bowl. Goodbye, good riddance. Philly, enjoy it. NFL, college football, we'll see you in the summer. I think it's high time we wrap this one up.
I couldn't agree more. If you've liked what you've listened to today, you can follow all of our socials. I think we're on Spotify. Actually, I think we're on everything, honestly. They say it all the time, and I kind of half listen, so I'm a little there. Feel free to follow us on Spotify, Apple, or anywhere you get your podcasts. If you've liked the things I've said, you can follow me at youtube.com/FireGuyKev.
If you like me, just listen to this, download it, comment about how much you like listening. If you don't, that's okay. I am defending light posts in Philly.
Doing a really good job of it. I think Era already has a couple.
Listen, I got distracted because of the podcast.
That's fair. That's fair.
My comment of the week this week is still coming from my Michigan fan roast Ohio State for 20 minutes video, because Ohio State people are still not happy with me almost 4 months later.
Really? You're still getting shit for that?
My comment of the week from @BB4NOH 2024.
Okay.
Hey Jack, asshole. Your team is going to vacate wins, vacate championships, and multi-year bowl bans with about 6 exclamation points.
Damn, he dropped the Jack asshole on you.
Man, I didn't think I would be burned that bad by a piece of wood from Ohio, but you know what? You showed me 2x4. Way to go there, bud. If you enjoyed me, youtube.com/JackalJoker or twitch.tv/JackalJoker. If you didn't, get the fuck out of Ohio first then, asshole.
I hope you at least liked the video. Before he left such a nasty comment.
I hope so. I hope so, because they better hope that they don't lose to Michigan again next year, because I'll give them a 30-minute roasting next time.
Yeah, we just keep upping the ante.
We'll see. We got a long way to go, and I think you know what, gentlemen? Maybe no one needs to get pinned this week.
Really?
Well, I said I was defending the lampposts. I gotta tell you, Era is just Plum Tucker from trying to take them all down.
Oh, yeah. I see him right there.
He's not here.
Yeah, he is a snoozy boy. He's been busy taking down all those lampposts and trying to ride horses or whatever. So, I mean, if somebody just wants to lay on top of him, I'll count it.
That's fine. Yeah, it's only fair.
I'll do a quiet count, just so we don't wake him.
Yeah, Danny, go ahead. Go.
He's just all right. I mean, I'll just fucking fucking bonsai drop on his ass. Yeah.
Oh, he's out cold now.
So excessive. I guess I'll count 1, 2,
keep going.
3. Jesus Christ!
I mean, you could have counted for a lot longer.
Yokozuna.